Whenever that's the response, you can see her face just drop. Hi all, Jason Martinkus here with Redemptive Living and another edition of A Day in the Life. And the reason I do these Day in the Life videos is because after spending the day in the office coaching clients through this process of redemption, redemption after betrayal, there are always these themes that come out. There are these, places where you see like these little wins that could happen, these tips and tactics. And so I like to kind of cull those out, apply them to my life, and I hope that you'll apply them to yours to expedite your process as well. So today what I want to talk about is this thing that happens whenever a wife asks if a husband followed through on some small task, okay? The idea here being you got to follow through on small tasks. So let me kind of explain this to you. There's a huge opportunity in this, okay, to build trust. So let me explain this to you. What'll happen is, the coach, counselor, pastor, mentor, whoever that is that's helping y'all will say something to the effect of, hey, I want you to watch this video, or I want you to read this part of the book, or I want you to, call your sponsor and talk about this thing. Whatever that is, there's some little thing. Or your wife will ask, hey, would you watch this video? Would you read this blog post? Would you go to that meeting on Thursday night? Would you have the conversation with me about what the homework was that our coach, counselor, pastor assigned? And so the person that's helping y'all or the wife will say, hey, here's this small task. It's usually not some gigantic thing. Sometimes it is, right? It's you got to change jobs. Sometimes it's that. It's not what we're talking about. We're talking about these little things. And it's imperative that you follow through on those little things. And ideally, you will follow through on that the same day. We sit down in the office and a wife says, I say, hey, did you do the homework that I asked? And he goes, kind of, sort of, well, you know what? I had a business trip. We had a crazy week and 8 ball games and our kids in extracurricular. And yeah, I was going to, but I didn't quite get to it yet. And whenever that's the response, you can see her face just drop. She asked, hey, did you read that blog post that I asked you to read? Did you watch that little video clip I sent to you? Did you go to the meeting on Thursday night that I was hoping you would go to? And his response is anything other than absolutely. I was on it. I took care of it that day. I made the arrangement that day. I made that phone call that day. Whatever it was, anything other than, yeah, I took care of it, Johnny on the spot, you can see trust eroding a little bit in their process. This is a huge opportunity. If there's a request that's made, if there's a task that's assigned by your helper or by her, follow through on it that same day. If she says, hey, would you read that blog post? Make a point that like today before you leave the office, you're going to read it before you get home. If she said, hey, did you call so-and-so? Text them and try to arrange making that phone call on your lunch hour today. If there's some task, obviously you can't do everything the same day, right? But if there's something that you can accomplish by moving things around in your day and making this a priority, here's what you and I know. We make time for what's important and we make excuses for what's not, right? We know that plays out in our life across the board. And if there's a small request that's made of you, a small task that's assigned to you, if you'll treat that thing as important, it will go miles. It will go miles in the trust building process.